What's going on, good people? Welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, otherwise known as the greatest show in America.
That's right,
the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bosser. We are here with a special championship edition of DSI Trey back in August, September. Who would have thought we would be right here a week before Christmas? This is amazing.
Yeah, last week, Brandon, we witnessed Sussex Central pull off an upset at previously unbeaten Smyrna.
That's right. I don't think it was shocking that Central won necessarily, but that finish was a legendary moment against your Henlopen rival on the road with 5 seconds to go with a trip to the title game on the line. But that was last week. We're talking about Central Middletown tonight.
You are exactly right. What a year it has been for Sussex Central. No one in Delaware can say they've had the ups and downs that SC had over this year. Peaks and valleys, all of course, over a shortened 7-week regular season. Sussex Central's season did not start out well. After a Week 1 win over Cape, the Knights lost at Caesar Rodney, and of course they lost a late lead at home against Smyrna. Just over a month ago, November 13th, Central sat 1-2 on the year, but that was when the tide began to turn. Back-to-back weeks of big shutouts over Dover and their rival Sussex Tech, and that would pull them over 500 for the first time this season to 3-2.
That's right, and perhaps their biggest win of the regular season came on November 27th in Georgetown. The Knights took down Salesianum in a great defensive performance in Georgetown. They would beat Milford the following week, squeak into the Division I playoffs, and we mean squeak, which set up last week's game, the rematch against Smyrna. This throw right here, Central would take the lead, 5 seconds left, and punch their ticket into the Division I title game. The team knows they've been through so much this season.
This team just kept going, and that's the same problem some other teams had in the state too. But these guys were resilient and overcame a lot. So there's one thing that's different, to answer your question in a short way, is what they had to overcome to get to this point is what they've done different.
I think the team responded well, even though that when we had Corona stuff going on and we in and out of school and things like that, we still remain calm and patient and waiting for practices. And we hit the right room. We tried to when we can and try to go to local gyms and try to get ready for the season.
We stay together and keep winning out. I think we had a chance to get back to the championship. That's what we told each other at practice every week, and I think we finally got there, which is our goal.
They've been through so much adversity so far this season, but what about Central's opponent, the Middletown Cavaliers, the lone unbeaten team left in Division I? Well, Middletown is returning to their 9th title game in the past 11 seasons, and they have some unfinished business after their loss to Hodgson last year up in Newark. The Cavaliers went 6-0 this regular season, and they downed St. George's 13-7 in last week's semifinals. One thing Middletown does exceptionally well is keep points off the board. They finished with the top defense in Division I, allowing just 10.8 points per game this season. They can win a shootout, scoring 40-plus in 3 games, or they can win a low-scoring defensive struggle like last week. That's the story on Middletown, Trey, so let's preview this game.
Yeah, Brandon, tomorrow should be a doozy. Sussex Central has been prepping for Middletown since their win over Smyrna. Coach Wells is now in his 5th championship game. I'm sure as soon as he found out Middletown beat St. George's last week, he was watching film, coming up with another plan to beat yet another juggernaut. We spoke with the Knights today, and one thing we heard consistently was Central expects to control the line of scrimmage like they have all season.
We're just thankful we worked hard for it all year. I mean, all through preseason and going on with the Corona stuff during the summertime and trying to get in the right room and things like that. And we're ready. We're ready for the challenge.
We just need to keep punching it like down the field and gotta keep them like the blitzes and stuff like under control.
I think it's gonna be one play at a time. They have great defense, good speed. They have 2 good running backs. They have a great quarterback, great receivers. I don't think it's going to be any one thing we're going to exploit. I just think we've got to beat them, one play at a time.
So Central in their 6th state championship, I stand corrected. Brandon, personally, I can't wait for this matchup tomorrow. First and foremost, if Sussex Central pulls this off and they end the year with 6 straight wins and knock off the top 2 seeds, Smyrna and Middletown, who many penciled in, myself included, into the title game a long time ago, How amazing would that
Absolutely.
be? Now, as far as what Central needs to do, they need to do what they've done all year long. Control the line of scrimmage on offense and defense. As you noted, this Middletown team can put up points in volumes, so I think it'll be imperative for guys like Jacob Dempsey and Alton Dennis to exert their will on that Middletown front and see how much they can handle.
That's right. I can't wait to see this matchup play on the field too, Trey, because we've got two great head coaches,
Yes.
John Wells for Central and Zach Blum for
Blum.
Middletown.
Yeah.
So mistakes will be limited, so any mistake could be a real difference maker tomorrow. So what does Central do well? Well, they have guys up front to control the line of scrimmage like we talked about. They play ground and pound on offense, and they can get after the passer on defense. As for Middletown, they have some weapons on the outside. We saw that last week against St. George's,
Yes.
and in the backfield as well. Zaire Tart, number 6, he's a guy to watch out for. Mason Murphy and Rodney Bond on the outside can be lethal downfield and in open space. But the weakness of this Middletown team is definitely the offensive line. We saw it. They are young, and they have 2 sophomores, 2 juniors on that line. It's something that could work in the Knights' favor if they're able to get after the passer and get to the quarterback tomorrow.
All right, on to some predictions now. Woodbridge made Brandon and myself look crazy last week. We had them both winning over Archmere.
Yeah, it was tough.
It was tough. But I'm sticking with the Henlope and Brandon. Sussex Central 32, Middletown 28. I think the Knights knock off 2 undefeateds in 2 weeks back-to-back.
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing to see. I've got Sussex Central winning 28-27. I got them going down the field, scoring a touchdown and a 2-point conversion in the final minute, Trey.
Wow.
To take we'll see. I got them winning 28-27. We'll see how it goes on the field tomorrow. But I do think that Knights defensive front can really disrupt a lot of things with the Middletown offense tomorrow. But, hey, I think John Wells and his guys, they're going to be ready for tomorrow. No hangover from that Smyrna win. I think they win as well.
Yeah, man, in all honesty, I'm just trying to see a great game for all 4 full quarters. Middletown's schedule, very deceiving. They didn't play great competition outside of St. George's and Hodgson, like you noted. A lot of blowouts, but I don't know if they played a team this year as physically tough and demanding down after down as Sussex Central is.
Yeah, not only is Central physically tough, they've also proven to be extremely mentally tough so far this year with everything that they've overcome. Let's talk about some keys to victory. For Central, control the line of scrimmage on offense.
Yep.
Keep doing what you've been doing all season long with the ground game, but this game could come down to that Knights defense. Get after the quarterback and disrupt the Cavaliers' passing game. They play out of the shotgun most of the game. They like to get the ball out fast, you disrupt the timing routes out there if you're the Knights defense. And I think you could force a few mistakes out there because they're trying to make up for that offensive line. That's why they're trying to get the ball out quick. If you try and disrupt those timing routes with those receivers, I think we could see a few mistakes made by the Cavaliers. That's why I have the Central Knights winning tomorrow.
Yeah, I think your guy John Wells is already on that. I'm pretty sure he is. All right, we can't wait for that game tomorrow at noon. That is going to do it for the A block. When we come back, we're talking more championships. Delmar, come out and play. You know they did. More when DSI returns.
This is David Hearn. I'm the head coach at Delmarva High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.